in mainstream. This isn't like fringe politics. This is like mainstream politics. And now you're seeing people of color, people, Asian people, black and brown people being, murdered and killed in their own communities by these people who have developed hatred because of some of these ideas. You know what I'm saying? Like, white people, America is going to be overtaken by people who ain't Americans. You know what I'm saying? Which is just the most ass backwards bullshit you can ever think of.
Excuse me.
But I'll let somebody else speak for a minute. Go ahead.
Well, you touched on a lot of things.
Excuse me, Phil.
Yeah, you covered a lot of base. You kind of started by saying we didn't really agree with you. I concur with you 100%, man.
Absolutely.
And we done talked about this before, man. And it's interesting that you touched on a lot of points, like NRA, but because I was listening to a press conference that the governor of Texas had, Greg Abbott. You talked about mental health, and he basically said, blame it on mental health. That was why. But here's the thing: Texas is dead last in mental health. Yep. They don't do anything for mental health. Yep. He's trying to make an excuse, but you have blood on your hands.
Yeah.
And guess where he's gonna be this weekend?
Yeah.
At a
NRA.
At the NRA convention in Houston, Texas.
Making sure the rest assured.
Promoting guns. Hey, everybody arm themselves.
Rest assured that you guys are going to be okay. Like basically massaging the situation.
And I guarantee part of the narrative is going to be because these people who killed these folks in Buffalo and Uvalde in California. We need to strap up even harder.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna use that narrative like this is why we need to strap up. You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it is, there are over 400 million guns in owned by private owners in the United States already. They ain't talking about the military. 400 million. I don't think it's 300 million people in the United States. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like 5 guns to every person.
160 to 100 million extra guns just floating around in the United States right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing about it, and so, but you don't want us to take away your guns. You got the guns. The thing about it, you got the guns. The guns ain't gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? But the rhetoric it is a huge problem, and just the whole culture that is pushed. People don't realize that shit. It's conditioning, man.
Of course, it's a cultural.
When you see this stuff,
it's the people
who go. I don't know how many former military veterans are out there who are listening to this, but it's part of military training. You get pushed to a point where you want to, or you feel like it's a need, or that it's part of that weapon is part of your body. When you leave the military, you don't go into you don't stay in a war zone. You go back to mainstream society. You know what I'm saying?
I think we got a question, Dale.
You said a vet.
Or a comment. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
He a vet.
But my station man is saying, he's a veteran. I mean, you have a take on that, my brother?
Yeah, I mean, I've been deployed, and so when you do get back, it's like a real culture shock.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I say there's no reason for a civilian to have an AR-15.
No.
At all. No. You can't hunt.
Or AK-47.
That's all assault rifles.
Assault rifle.
Yeah.
Not having an assault rifle.
But you can legally purchase these weapons.
Oh yeah.
Just like this bastard that killed these people in Buffalo. He's 18 years old and legally purchased this high power rifle and assassinated people.
You can buy a rifle at 18 and you can't buy a handgun until 21.
Yeah.
That's the law. So you can't even. And I hear
it makes no
like,
sense.
You can't. People are saying you can. Why use this for hunting? No, you don't, because the round and the power from an assault rifle will tear through anything you shoot at it. That's why they call them
5.56.
That's right.
Or 2.23 bullet.
Any game, any meat,
Yes.
any type of thing you shoot at, shoot it with.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, none of this makes sense. People are saying I need to protect myself from the government. I was in the government and worked alongside of like people in intelligence. If the government wanted to kill you, your AR-15 would not stop.
No, it's not.
It's not.
Because they come in with them drones, the boom,
Yes,
boom,
sir.
on you, okay?
So you know,
It's the people with the guns,
It's
man.
just like, Bunk was, he alluded to the fact that it's a cultural thing without question.
yeah,
Let's contrast it. Japan. There's more people killed in Chicago every year than in the whole country of Japan.
yeah,
The entire country.
yeah.
By homicide, by
Yeah,
guns.
Yeah.
So cultural thing.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
a cultural thing, man.
But
And Tokyo's four times larger than Chicago.
Yeah.
But you're over 100 times more likely to be killed
in Chicago.
by gunfire in Chicago than in Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah.
Cultural.
But
Wild Wild West.
a lot of these countries, that were involved in, I was, looking at this thing earlier. Like a lot of these countries, I mean, it goes back to World War II, Japan and Germany and some of these countries who were seen, Italy, who were seen as monsters during World War II, who were doing some of the most brutal, massacres in the history of warfare during World War II. Don't have and that was the propaganda that America put out. Don't have the issues with gun violence that America does. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about Germany, the brutality that Hitler placed upon the world with guns and war and all of that. Germany is now one of the more safest places to live. They don't have these problems that America does with mass shootings, because when stuff like that happens, they put laws and ordinances or whatever in place to shut that crap down immediately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And America, when stuff like that happens, we have politicians who make it easier for that stuff to happen.
Yeah.
And that's the
It's all
that's the part, that's part of the culture. Even though you seeing the death of children, the death of elderly black men and women, the of elderly Asian people, of white people, because it's not just the first thing they say is, regardless of what happened, we got to protect the guns first.
Yeah.
We got to still keep the guns.
Got to keep the guns.
A gun killed all these people, but we got to keep the guns.
That's right.
Because the culture of violence, the culture of brutality and murder and death and war and all that is so deeply embedded into their psyche that they cannot let go.
Can't.
They cannot let go.
That's why they got the laws in order.
Since the mass shooting in Buffalo, that was what, 2 weeks ago or 3?
That was about 2 weeks ago.
There has been 17 mass shootings in this country since
2 weeks ago, about 2.5 weeks ago.
Yeah.
You want to know how many mass shootings this year in America?
Like 250 something.
Over 200.
Okay.
And we're not 200 days into this year.
No, we haven't. We haven't even got halfway.
It's the norm.
Yeah, it is.
It's just like, Bunk alluded to earlier. Cultural. It's a cultural thing.
Yeah. They base. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I mean, they just basing the value of a person's life and the money that they make off of this product over a person's life. Because every example that you guys said tonight, it could be resolved or it could not be resolved, like you said, maybe, but things could be adjusted to make it not happen as often.
Stricter background checks.
Texas wants you to walk in. They don't want you to know what no name. Like, you want a gun here, basically.
Yeah. We don't know who you are. We don't.
Here you go.
Know your mindset. We don't know your agenda.
And you get to carry it.
You can carry it. You don't need a permit for that.
Nah.
But see,
background checks.
Do you need an ID in Texas to buy a gun?
I think you have to have an ID.
You have to have an ID to show you're 18.
I was just kidding about just walking in. You got to have an ID, and I'm sure it's an application.
I don't know if it's an application.
I mean, there got to be some paperwork.
I don't think there's any paperwork to buy AR-15. There may be paperwork to buy a 38 special because it's a handgun, and there are other regulations that are different.
That AR,
but an AR-15 is still in the same category as a hunting rifle. As a shotgun, you might go out to shoot.
It depends. If it's the long ones, yes. But you got to have some kind of paperwork.
Now. I don't think there is. I don't know.
And I'm telling you,
sign your name. Florida, here's your gun. Sign your
even in Florida, you have a license.
Gave it to you.
Well, even in Florida, you have a license. You got to fill out, and they're going to run a background check on you right then and there.
But they still don't know who you are. Your background could come back saying, "Oh well, he's never been arrested," but that doesn't speak to your mental health. What organizations you belong to.
I think it should be a further background check on you to find some of those things out. That's what I'm saying. There is a background.
Hell, why not a psych evaluation? While you at it, throw it in there.
Shit, everybody need that in.
It'd be nice.
But if the bottom line,
not getting no gun,
if the bottom line is money, why would you do that?
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, it's just like with
That's why it's not going to happen.
It's just like with with the opioid crisis we got going on. Why would you stop pharmaceutical companies now?
They haven't. It's more.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's more. That's another subject.
They lobby the politicians.
Yeah.
They write laws themselves.
Absolutely.
They're hired in the government.
They got doctors on their side.
That's right.
Write these prescriptions.
The doctor,
kickbacks.
Everybody's getting paid.
Another sickening part of this world with those opioid pills.
Yeah, man. But just to get back, I just want to acknowledge, which is very sad that there was another death associated with this shooting that we found out today. I think his name, I can't remember his wife, one of the teachers who was killed protecting the children in Uvalde. Her last name was Garcia. The husband's name is Joe Garcia. He passed away today. He had a heart attack as he was preparing and grieving, preparing for the funeral and grieving
his wife.
For his wife, and they left.
That was shot in the school, right?
And that's very sad, and that's the impact of these things. It's not just the people.
I got to say that again. This
who was slaughtered, in the school.
The effect of the shooting caused this man to have a heart attack to deal with the grief of losing his wife during this shooting.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. So, again, our hearts in the man cave, man.
Absolutely.
Our hearts go out to all the families, to the people who passed, to all the families, who are affected by all of these shootings in California, in Texas, in New York, in Buffalo. This is something that we don't ever want to see, but far too many times, is happening, right here in our country. And, people like us have to talk about it. We like to have fun on our show, but, and we will again, but.
Can I say one thing too?
This is sad.
It is sad, and we should have a moment of silence for them, but we also need to be prepared, man. As much as people don't like the guns, it's almost like you have to protect yourself You know what I'm saying? So educate yourself, be smart. Don't think it's guns are bad, man, because they're killing people. The people that behind these guns are bad people. And I'm, for having guns, man, but we got to be smart and protect ourselves for people coming up in these grocery stores. Even though they armored, that's another thing. Like, where the hell they getting this armor from, bro? Like, it's crazy, and I don't want to get turned back up on it because.
Well, yeah, you gonna get turned back up on it because of what you just said, man. I don't agree with guns. When you say, we got to protect ourselves, what exactly are we protecting ourselves against? Yeah. Because when you hear stories about somebody being shot or somebody killed, 99% of the time it's gonna read gang related, drive by. Or there was a disturbance at the club and somebody got shot. Or they had a family function and there was a dispute and somebody got shot. Or it was a love triangle. The husband shot the wife, or some murder-suicide, or just a suicide. You never hear the story of the good guy shot the bad guy. The old lady was in the house and somebody tried to burglarize it and she shot the guy. So it's like, what is it? I remember in my younger days owning a gun in my 20s and early 30s. And shit, I was half crazy. I could have went and shot somebody. My ass would have went to jail. Mm-hmm. Now, I don't feel like I need a gun. When I go home, I feel the neighborhood I live in, it's the hood, I feel safe. I go in, my home is secure, my doors are locked. I just don't have a need for a gun. I just don't feel that way.
Yeah.
And even when people say, look, I got guns to protect myself, like if you go in and legally purchase a gun, guess what? That gun, that's how the guns wind up in places they don't need to be. With people, again, you're speaking to a cultural thing where you're saying, yeah, we need guns. We don't need guns. Yeah, that's just the way I feel about it. We don't, we ain't got to go back and forth with it.
Back and forth.
The gun manufacturers need us to buy guns. That's the point. In that, again, people in power, especially, we know that the United States defends and has bills and is still building their power at the barrel of the gun. That's just the truth. And, that's a fact of, this country. That's some of the stuff that they don't want you to really, really understand about where you are. That it is deeply in the nature. I'm gonna just say it. It's in the nature of Europeans, white people, especially white Americans, because it's been used by white America over the years to gain power. You know what I'm saying? And when you say to white America, you can't have your guns no more, it's a problem. You get me? That point that says to white America, if we can't have guns, then we can't have no power. If we can't have guns, we can't maintain, the financial strength, the political strength, the military strength that we have over those who we see as threats to what we have. You know what I'm saying? Poor people, people of color, people coming from other countries. I got to protect myself from, little elderly black people in the grocery store. I got to protect myself from elderly Asians at their church. I got to protect myself from elderly black people in their church. I got to protect myself, from children.
And then we get the guns. We get the guns, and black people get the guns and think that we gotta protect
because
each other from.
It's learned behavior.
If we all arm ourselves, we gonna use that gun. We gonna use those guns against each other.
Exactly. It's learned behavior. I grew up watching. I watched Scarface.
It shouldn't be like that.
I watched Scarface. I watched the Godfather. I watched what was it, King of New York? I watched all of them shows.
Our parents watched Clint Eastwood and John Wayne.
All that stuff where Even if you was the baddest dope dealer, the baddest thug in the hood, guess how you kept your power or gained your power? You killed people. You used the gun and you murdered people. That's American culture pushes that on us. We don't realize it sometimes. We should, but we are bombarded with violence images constantly. We're bombarded with. We see what America does. It's pushed in the media, constantly in the news, in movies, in books,
music,
in magazines,
video games,
video game, everything. And then you say, well, why does a kid go into a school and kill so many kids? Well, he was able to do it on Grand Theft Auto the other day.
Well, did you?
And I'm not necessarily blaming Grand Theft Auto. I'm just saying the culture of the whole thing is.
Did you guys see the video of the Buffalo massacre?
No, I didn't.
It reminded you of Grand Theft Auto or some video game.
Yeah,
this guy, he screamed it live when he pulled up.
Yeah,
it was.
And it was like a cartoon, man. It was unreal.
Yeah, it was unreal. It looked like a video game, but.
So there's a lot, man, that needs to happen in this. Right now. A lot of people are really hoping and depending upon the United States Congress, to make some, what they call common sense legislation around weapons, assault weapons and guns in this country. I can't say that I am optimistic that anything will be done because this has happened so many times before, and nothing has happened.
But we're hoping for some type of policies.
We can be hopeful, but again,
it's got to be some type of policies push, man. It's got to be some type of change to at least curb violence. We just can't just say, okay, well, it's normal. We just gonna keep letting it happen. Because it's gonna keep happening.
But that's what's happening. That's what's been happening. This isn't. This ain't just happen. Sandy Hook. Happened. What was it, like 20 years ago? Not even that long.
Well, you had a shooting in Fort Lauderdale, 2018.
Columbine was like 20 some years ago, and but I'm talking about where the majority of the people killed were white folks. I'm talking about Sandy Hook was white babies, little babies. These elementary school kindergartners and all of that, 4, 5, 6 years old, like 20-something was killed in that massacre. And guess what they did? Not a damn thing. Yeah. Their connection to violence is deeper. They're longing for guns. Their connection to violence is deeper than their love for our children.
The misery of it, yeah.
Clearly.
It's deeper than the love of our elderly. It's deeper than the love for black people, deeper than the love for Asians, for Latinos and Hispanics. Yeah. It's deeper than the love.
That scale is not.
Yeah, for our immigrants. Yeah. And the line for money and power is way stronger, in this country. And, we have to, we got to continue to talk about it and try to push it, of course, but damn, that's why I can say and not feel bad about saying, I don't know what's going to happen with this situation. I don't know if there's going to be
probably nothing, Bunk. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
any kind of.
How can the politicians do anything if they're controlled by corporations?
Exactly.
It's one of the top.
But
the 2%, like them guns be bringing it. We probably can't even see the level of money that they. You know what I'm saying?
And there's laws moving to make guns easier to access.
Yeah, they have been. Yeah. Certain states it's easy.
Yeah. We were just talking about Georgia, what was it, less than a month ago.
Exactly.
Yeah. You don't need a permit to carry a gun.
Exactly.
So more people will walk around
at least
with guns.
At least in Florida.
Exactly.
Florida, you got to have your license. I mean, and still not stopping.
Well, we have we have your boy DeSantis, man. This is a opportunity. I guarantee you, Ron DeSantis right now saying, you know what, I'm gonna propose that we do what Texas does, and I'm gonna push legislation through our state Congress to deregulate gun laws and stuff. It happens. Texas did that after the thing that happened. What was it? San Antonio? Was it San Antonio or El Paso? Was it El Paso where they had with the Walmart murder? They loosened gun laws after that. So and this guy, DeSantis is in the same line as this guy Abbott and some of these other knuckleheads and racists, man. That might put him over if he did something like that. It's already loose enough to almost basically just like Texas. It's a couple more paper steps in Florida. Yeah, I mean, right. Yeah, but it's tough, man. 727-686-0512. If you want to talk to the boys in the man cave, if you got a take on this situation that we're dealing with here in America with gun violence, mass shootings, call us, man. 727-686-0512, man. So
we had a comment from Lachey Wiggins. She was saying the gun law should be changed to the age of 21 years of age. Hey, that's better than 18.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I unite with that.
Yeah.
If you want to push it to 25, make it 25.
Yeah.
But we got to do something, man. We got to be a little more strenuous on these background checks. Like I said, if you want to attach a mental health evaluation to it, go ahead. Anything is better than nothing.
Yeah. You can buy a car, you can rent a car. I mean, you can't rent a car at 18.
You can't buy alcohol.
You can rent certain places.
You can't rent a car at 18. I guess you can buy one, but you can't rent a car at 18. You can't buy liquor at 18. You know what I'm saying? You can't go in the club. Ain't supposed to be going to the club and drinking until you're 18. But you can buy a weapon of war at 18.
AR-15 or AK-47.
Yeah, you can buy that stuff.
What in God's name am I protecting myself from?
Yeah.
I'm 18 years old.
Yeah.
My parents take care of me.
Yeah. And this AR-15, I was looking at this other thing they were talking about, how the AR-15 was developed. It was developed as
it was developed to just like any other gun.
Yeah, but
to kill people.
Exactly, but it was developed as a weapon of war to replace the M16. The M16 has a larger round than the AR-15, but the more effective and more deadly weapon that they've tested it over and over and over again because of the rapid rate of fire, the accuracy of the bullets, the speed, of the rounds and all of that has been the AR-15. You know what I'm saying? The weapon that they used in Vietnam and World War II, has become obsolete, and it killed many people. And they found another weapon that's even more deadly than that, and are now putting it in the hands of 18-year-olds in the streets of the United States, which is sad. Oh. It's sad. It's crazy.
The AR-15 is it was created for the civilian. It's the civilian version of the M4. The M4 is just a modernized version of the
M16.
Yeah.
Musket, we call it.
Yeah. Heavy.
So the AR-15, literally the point of the AR-15 is for you to buy it, a civilian, be able to take it apart, put it together.
Yeah.
It's like a Honda Accord.
You can build your own. Yeah.
Component to it to make it. So they literally made it for civilians to be able to use this high power.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a sensitive time right now, so I won't go into the joy that my guns bring to me because it's a bad time right now, and I understand that.
Boy, you better be glad.
What, Bump?
It's a serious day because I'd have busted a joke on your ass just now.
Why you gonna bust a joke?
I can't.
Okay,
I'm not going to.
Say what you say, dog.
Go ahead.
But no, I was just saying, I was just kind of echoing off of, and I won't go into it because it's a sensitive time right now. So, again, I don't want to talk about it. So
We can talk about it, bro. It's the man cave.
Bunk can't say what he was
Don't make
about to
it
say.
political.
No, I'm saying like I'll go to the gun range and teach my brother, my younger cousin, the safety and how to aim and stuff like that. Like, because I wasn't taught that.
That's cool.
So that's what it's like fishing and shit. Like, we don't do outdoor stuff, and like, the white man take his son fishing, take him to hunt and shit like that. And it's like, we don't get that outdoors education, and it's taught that it's bad to have a weapon sometime, and it's all about what you do with it, and be smart about it, bro, because you can be smart.
Yeah, but I mean, even what you're saying, and I have zero problem with what you're saying as far as you taking your gun, you going to the to the range, and y'all are shooting, y'all having a good time, and you're teaching people younger than you an experience. You know what I'm saying? But that's not, the thing about it is that's not what happened. This kid turned 18, and this man, was it the day or the next day, went and bought his weapons and the ammunition. They said this man went on, I don't know if it was a day, I can't remember, one of y'all might know, if it was a day of or shortly after. They calculated that this man had to spend more than $3,000 for the equipment that he was carrying. Mm-hmm. An 18-year-old who did not graduate from high school, who did not have a job, who may have been suffering from some type of mental. How does this guy, this 18-year-old kid, acquire or obtain $3,000+ to purchase all of this equipment to murder and kill? Over $3,000 worth of equipment. He bought that. He didn't accumulate this over a long period of time. He got it in a day. He bought it from everything from one spot in a day.
That's a good question.
How? And then for the people who sold it to him, an 18-year-old goes into your store and say, man, I need that AR-15, and I need I need about 1,000 rounds of this, and I need about 10 clips, and I need
you're ready for war.
I need body armor. I need the real good body armor. I want to be able to. And you say nothing. And then this joker who they say sold it to him said it was just a routine sale.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You clowns because America is deeply embedded in the culture of killing and war and violence. If you say that's a routine sale to an 18-year-old, then your ass is you need to go to jail.
It's America, so it's normal. It's normal. It was normal. So Lachey, she's made a couple of more comments. Okay. She did. She united with us with as far as the mental health evaluation being attached to the background.
Yeah. If your son said that, I just graduated from high school, man. Can you? But
are you comparing? No. Are you comparing what I'm saying? Because you came right after me, and that's like nothing that.
Every time I said James.
But I'm saying that's
my son actually has a gun and actually goes to the shooting range.
Well, I'm saying, but your son graduated from high school.
Yes.
I ain't even talking about guns right now. If your son said, "Hey, Dad, can you buy me I need a 24-inch Bowie knife. I need a 12-inch knife. I need a bow and arrow, some razor blades." He ain't talking about a gun. You think your son out of his damn mind.
Well, I would.
If you say, but your son can say, hey, Dad, can I get $3,000? Want to buy want to buy an AR-15, 2,000 rounds of ammunition, some clips, a body armor.
I'm gonna have a conversation with him about guns.
Again,
he said, okay, son, sounds like a happy birthday. What the hell is wrong?
But those are red flags, Kelvin.
They are red flags, and then it boils back down to spending time with those people if they're interested. What you doing? Like, I try to figure out what's going on in my family life to know. Oh, if you got to educate. I don't know his situation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like his parent. Who the hell is his parents? Like, where were they?
I'm talking about if you see your son piling up bricks outside the house to throw at anything, you gonna beat his ass.
I
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Kelvin.
And people just, what is this?
We can smell what you're cooking.
Yeah.
People should have saw this coming. The people closest to him should have saw this coming.
Yeah.
Because in the shooting in Texas, you got friends saying, yeah, his behavior was erratic. Of late. So people saw it coming, and apparently there was some social media post about what he was gonna do. So the flags were there.
Yeah, with this social media stuff, I wonder. I'm not on there often, but when I try to post something, one time I tried to post the fight. It was pay-per-view. They snatched that shit off in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Exactly.
What are these people looking at? Are these people posting the crazy talk? Why they not on them?
Yeah.
Hell, how many
That's
times
right.
you know been suspended over some bull crap that you thought
man.
they monitoring that shit though?
Yeah, that's right.
After the fact that all these killers, he did post that he wanted to shoot up a blah blah blah.
Just because I called somebody a jerk or I just said, Rush Limbaugh, he's dead. I think it's funny, It pulled me off.
Yeah.
I thought the shit was funny.
God forbid, you know what I'm saying? But then you can illustrate all these feelings mentally, basically on social media. I don't know if it's so often people saying it that they don't take it serious or what, but they need to crack down on that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, man.
But in the man cave, man, we've long talked about guns, man, because we talk about what's guns as it relates to what's going on in the hood. Aside from these, the mass shootings just bring more attention to it, man. But we always been on it, man. We always been talking about it.
It's a hot mess in the hood too, man.
We have,
and that's learned culture too. But hey, we got some other stuff we need to talk about too. Again, 727-686-0512.
I want to talk about that. Anybody try that Juneteenth ice cream?
Oh my God!
What's up with that?
From Walmart?
I've been off the grid.
Did you try it?
What is it now?
Well, apparently, man,
it was
Juneteenth ice cream.
Juneteenth, yeah.
Walmart had on the market a Juneteenth.
Oh, they promote.
Come
on now.
They call themselves want to get in, and somehow they came up with thinking that this would be a good idea.
Come on, nah.
But there was a backlash. People took a stance, and guess what? They took it off the shelves, man.
Like
the people have spoken.
Like them patty pies.
Yeah, so I thought it was hilarious.
Come on.
I thought it was hilarious that they
not the Great Value brand.
They thought that they could do that and make money.
Not the black
off of that.
Come on.
The thing about it was just say, well, we're gonna sell. If they would have came out I didn't see this wasn't a major campaign. They didn't have no major campaign where they say, well, all proceeds are gonna go to historically black colleges. We're gonna build houses for the homeless. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that and do this. Now we're gonna sell this Juneteenth ice cream because we know them Negroes gonna buy it. And then made it it was a red velvet. What was it?
Red velvet cheesecake.
Red velvet cheesecake.
They know we like some red velvet.
No, we like that red velvet. Boy, Walmart don't be playing, boy.
Walmart know what we like.
But people like
so their board of directors, and I'm sure it ain't that many of us sitting on the board.
Somebody said,
they probably got one or two of us on the board, and they decided, this is something we'll come up with. Great idea.
Yeah.
We're celebrating.
Shay,
Come on, man.
Shay Wiggins say epic fail there. Epic fail.
That's right.
Darius say
And that was racist as fuck.
You know, why didn't they just decide, okay, this, we're gonna put more, black-owned brands on the shelves,
Yeah, exactly.
and allow them.
Juneteenth.
If you want to do something effective,
Yeah.
for us,
Yeah.
don't try to make a penny.
don't come on, man. Don't put a label on some ice cream talking about this Negro ice cream
Yeah.
and make money off it.
But yeah,
You're just making money
after
off
they
of
just
us.
took the
It
girl
wasn't.
off
It
the syrup.
wasn't. It was for us. It was for us to spend money at Walmart.
That's what I'm
all
saying.
it was. That was all
it
it
was
was
profit for them.
Yeah.
It's profit for them for sure.
Yeah.
Darius
Yeah.
say it's downright insulting, and it shows Walmart really thinks about black people.
That's right. Hey man, they need to put some more of us on the board of directors, man,
to stop
Exactly.
this crap.
to really
from
give them
flowing
some
out.
vision.
Exactly, man. But they don't give a damn.
They don't.
They don't give a damn.
Who signed off on that one?
Oh no, I don't know who did that. Hey, what about the monkeypox, man?
Oh, this another one. You got to tell me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to fill me in on the monkeypox, man.
Yeah, they had. It's been reported by I can't remember what agency it is, but all of these big, the AP, I think it was Sky. A lot of these national news sources have been using black images, especially of their hands, to illustrate what monkeypox look like. I haven't, and I looked today. I haven't seen one white person illustrated
Google this.
with monkeypox. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm gonna be
the
mad about that.
WHO, the World Health Organization, has said has put out that, listen, they lambasted, they said that is blatantly wrong for you for you news outlets to be putting out this type of pointed kind of
Images.
racist
Slanted.
information that like
we
the only people who get monkeypox is black. You know what I'm saying? When it's affected, it's affected other people as well. And they're always trying to when some of these epidemics and some of this stuff comes on, they always try to point it at black people. They try to point it at Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Like it's
they try to
affecting
point it at other, people of color, and blame us
It's nasty.
for this stuff. So, the World Health Organization, really, they really scolded, some of these news outlets for doing that, and that's a good thing because it is very wrong for the. Plus, it's been coverage trying to attribute, monkeypox. Like there was one piece of coverage that said that attributed black people in the LGBTQ community. And because and what it said was there were there's a significant portion of the cases that have been found in the LGBTQ community.
Wow.
When there was only 2 cases. It was two cases
Say two
that they
cases.
traced back to two concerts, music festivals where a person in one person in each of these festivals, they were LGBTQ festivals, tested positive for monkeypox, and then one of these news outlets was saying that there's a significant portion of the new cases in the LGBTQ, and that's how this stuff starts. You know what I'm saying? When irresponsible journalists start putting this madness out, you know what I'm saying? Blaming black people.
Then we got a call.
We got a call.
It's crazy.
Somebody calling in the cave.
Who we got?
Who we got in the cave?
Yo.
I might know who it is.
Who we got?
No, sir.
You in the
Can you
cave.
hear us, caller?
What's up, man?
Caller.
What's
Okay.
What's up, Darius? How you doing?
What's
my
going
brother?
on?
Man, I'm watching y'all, and I just put that comment in that Bump mentioned about how this, it's been labeled as a quote unquote gay disease when it's not passed sexually, it's passed by close contact.
Exactly.
So if you're that close to somebody, skin to skin contact, if they have a cancer or a sore, anything on their skin,
Okay.
that's how it's being transmitted. So it's not necessarily sexual contact.
Yeah.
It's
Wow.
close contact.
That's how they
Exactly.
start in the room.
So what do you think though? What's the origins of the misinformation? You think that that's being done purposely or?
I think it's being done purposefully.
Wow.
Of course.
Man,
Yeah, I mean,
Like when
Stigma.
HIV first hit the scene years ago,
that's right.
it was labeled as a gay disease.
They want to point fingers. Yeah, it's always got to point the and demonize us, man. It is, so everything has racial overtone, man.
Yeah. If it's
Nah,
bad,
but
bad, it's us. Because all the pictures I just looked up, like Bunk said, was black hands or brown hands.
Yeah, and I looked at it, and it's like, it's black people. But then, not just that, like just the dishonesty, and then two cases that were found. I can't remember these music festivals like overseas, out of the country somewhere. They found two people at one of these at each of these festivals and said, and it was I can't remember which one it was, said that there's a significant portion of cases that are being found in the LGBTQ plus community, and I'm like, what? How in the hell?
I don't know why they're saying it. Obviously, if you are a male who has sex with a male, your risk factors for contracting anything is going to be higher because you're talking about breaking skin tissue. So I don't know if that's why somebody is trying to assert that.
But that's it. But you made that very clear.
Yeah, but the thing about it, like you said at first, is that it ain't about sex. It's about contact. Any kind of contact.
Skin contact.
If there's some kind of way that some type of infected fluid or whatever gets it ain't got nothing to do. It's not an STD. Monkeypox is not an STD. So to try to act like to try to push or infer that that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's right.
Is wrong and evil.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the ignorance. It speaks to ignorance and hate.
That's why we gotta spread them facts, man. We appreciate you. I was just about to read your comments, but we glad you called in and
That's right.
and laid them facts down for us, bro.
Anytime. I'm glad I was.
Thank you,
Yeah,
my
thanks
brother,
for that
man.
call. Very informative.
Let
Appreciate that.
let them know where they can catch you while you're on here, dog.
All right.
No, I say let them know when they can listen in to your show.
Oh, well, you can listen to The Spill each and every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here on Pop Plug Radio.
The spill killing it, man.
Yes,
Killing
yes.
it.
I be catching y'all on YouTube, man. Y'all boys killing it.
Well, we just like to have fun.
That's right.
Keep it up. Keep
That's what we
it
about.
up. Keep
Yes,
it
sir.
up.
Appreciate that call, bro.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
I'll catch y'all later.
Later.
Okay, appreciate it.
So what else is going on out there, man? Anybody
Hey,
else got
Lachey
something?
say, how about them Celtics? I say, how about them Celtics?
Yeah.
Celtics.
Oh,
NBA player.
Yeah, I had the Celtics at the start of the series.
yeah.
So, I mean, they came up big last night. Hopefully they can close it out next game.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won 2 in a row.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
It look like
What is it? They up 3-2, right?
3-2, and it's looking bad because
Yeah, they-
Miami, they don't want to play. Like their best players, just like
Wow.
Boston was just at another level
They-
last night, man. They were down 6 or 7, and then it's like they just started raining shots. Their energy was
yeah.
better than Miami's, and Miami was at home, man. They took it to them, man.
Take it to them.
They got them young cats. They know they had to win that one, dog.
Yeah.
So they really
I mean, I really coming into
Brown
this
and
series,
Tatum.
I thought
Smart.
Miami was
Marcus
hot.
Smart too.
I thought Miami was really hot, and they was going really make a go of it, man. But damn,
Yeah, they number 1 seed in the East.
yeah, I thought they was, and they best player was playing like the best player in the series.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I don't know what happened. It's gone, and it looks like the Celtics might they got an opportunity to close it out in their next game, man.
Yeah, man. So,
but I don't like this. Damn the Celtics.
There's been a lot of inconsistency in the series, though. Like, because the Celtics got slammed in Game 3. They didn't show up.
Yeah.
Like Miami didn't show up in Game 2.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's still very much wide open.
Yeah. Do you think that Miami could? Just seeing how the Celtics been playing the last few games, you think that Miami could show a spark and overcome that and possibly get back into this series?
Based off what I just said, yeah, I think that they definitely could win the series because both teams have been inconsistent, but Boston is in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah,
for sure.
But
sure. They got a home.
Close it out in 6.
Where's the next game played?
Probably Miami.
No, the next game in Boston.
Oh yeah, it's 1-1-1.
Yeah.
It's next in Boston, and then they got to win that to get
It's
the game
their opportunity.
7.
They can close it out, man. Hey.
Yeah, that's why I think they're gonna do it.
All right.
And then you got the Golden State Warriors and the Mavs play tonight.
I haven't been keeping up with that. The only thing I'm hearing is what Golden State is up 3-1.
Yeah, they was up 3-0, and then the Mavs won a couple days ago. I think I read. So that series is 3-1 with a closeout in Golden State, I believe. This is game 5. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what y'all think about my man Nick Saban comments? I don't know how much time we got.
Oh, it's 9:30. We got time.
We got plenty of time.
We wide open in
talk about that.
Okay.
That a-hole, man. That's what I think of Nick Saban, man. He's an a-hole. What was his comments though? Somebody, because he ain't just. People keep talking about what he said about Texas A&M, right? Jimbo Fisher.
Yeah.
But
he pointed the finger at Texas A&M.
Yeah, but he also
called out.
He was basically critical of the whole idea of this NIL.
He called out Prime too.
These NIL deals.
Yeah, he called out. Yeah, Deion Sanders in the piece.
It could change the landscape of college football. And I'm thinking he's afraid that maybe his stronghold on college football might be weakened some, so he's trying to do anything to protect the leverage that he has.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's just the way it came off, man. It was just like
he was a baby,
literally
pacifier,
literally
whining baby. Yeah.
You whining like you have no leg to even stand on, man. When you talk. How could you? This guy made a comment that Texas A&M paid all 25 of their players, and that Alabama paid none of theirs.
None.
And you expect people to believe that?
Well, actually, he said that his players only made like.
That statement. His statement, he was like, Texas A&M paid all theirs,
and we paid none of ours. And then he later said, I think only 5 or 6 guys on his team are being paid.
Yeah.
Which
they're getting paid a big sum.
Maybe NIL deals.
Yeah.
But those deals that he's been doing for years and years. And Jimbo Fisher, he shot back, and Jimbo Fisher coached under him.
Yeah.
He knows him very well.
Yeah.
And man, Jimbo Fisher had a mouthful to say.
Yeah.
He's basically like, it's well known among coaches that Nick Saban is, the number one guy for taking care of players.
Yeah.
I even heard that Nick Saban either owns a car dealership or his name is on a car dealership, and players have access to cars in part because of that.
I'm sure of it.
Yeah.
I can believe it.
I can believe that, man. I can believe that, and I don't think it would be hard to even find that kind of information about stuff like that. To me, it was like a how dare you talk about somebody else, you clown. You know what I'm saying? Like, in the culture, major college football, the biggest teams who have the most money are doing whatever they got to do to get those players. They're going to pay players before NIL. And now that the NCAA has kind of made it so that some of these schools can level that off. Where now this school, Texas A&M, Texas A&M is where? What city is that in Texas?
Is that train?
Arlington?
But it's close to
College Station.
College Station.
But it's not. It's close. It's close to Houston, right? Or something. One of them big cities. And Alabama is in Tuscaloosa, and it's close to what? You know, the Dust Bowl. What the hell? You know. So these kids, you know, there might be more money at Texas A&M for NIL for you to get these deals. But bro, you can't be complaining about it because you was doing it before NIL was legal. You was doing all of that crap. How can you? And Jimbo Fisher, you can see him trying to kind of biting his tongue. Like,
There was more he could have told.
Yeah, he was like, oh no, hold on. He like, boy.
He like, don't make me
split
them beans, cuz.
That's right.
That all of you.
You don't remember?
Keep talking.
We've been doing this shit since LSU, cuz.
That's right.
I will bust I will tell it all, bro.
Yeah.
Don't mess with me. You know what I'm saying?
He said, you better let me buy my players and leave it alone.
Leave me alone, homeboy. And you mess with Deion and made comments about the University of Miami.
Yeah.
Of course, the University of Miami is gonna get.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody.
Oh man,
Come on, man.
He had to bring up the University of Miami.
What he say back in the day? Like Miami used to buy players?
Miami got that big time. Was he a transfer? Basketball.
We got the basketball guy that's gonna make 400,000 a year.
400,000. You know, I think he has 2 years left for eligibility.
Yeah, it's like $2 a year. I think.
Yeah, he's supposed to get $400,000, and Nick Saban brings him up. Like what?
One player, basketball player
on the basketball team,
and his quarterback.
He knows
that one back the basketball team.
He knows what that means for the football team.
Exactly. That one nothing. That one back none of that football basketball stuff.
All of those guys I've been able to sign out of Miami and Fort Lauderdale.
Oh my God! So you mean I'm not going to get any of those guys now because Jesus Christ, man! What a jerk, man! He is such a jerk.
Yeah, he said Jackson State paid a guy $1 million last year. That was really good Division I player to come to school. It was in the paper. They bragged about it. Nobody did anything about it.
Jackson State,
Yeah.
1 5-star player.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a very good Division I player. Jackson State got one guy,
Yeah,
and you bring them up.
yeah. And
And the thing about it, he wasn't gonna wind up at Alabama.
Yeah.
In no way, shape, or form. Not even close.
Yeah, he's really mad.
I think what he's pissed off. He didn't have his opportunity to offer that $1 million for some reason. Nick Saban supposed to be able to at least come to your living room,
Bro, I think
sit down and offer that $1 million.
I think he did. Old boy wasn't feeling him. Like,
did he get? Oh, maybe he did.
oh no, Alabama stay in the top 5.
Yeah,
you know they stay in the top 5, and then you kind of twinkle it down. You know what I'm saying? But he was in there. If he wanted to go to Alabama, they not turning him down. So
But Bunk made a great point because he was speaking to boosters.
Yeah.
He was actually soliciting money before
talking to the coach.
before he went on this ramp about the NIL. He was actually soliciting money.
Oh, okay.
So when he threw in the NIL, I think that was his. It could have been a ploy by him to say, "Hey man, I need you guys to dig in your pockets a little bit deeper, so we can get these guys." But I'm gonna throw Texas A&M, even though it's the business, it's how they do business in college.
Mirrors.
Football. I'm gonna throw some schools under the bus. Miami, Jackson
mirrors.
State. And Texas A&M, I'm going to throw them under the bus in the process. But really what I'm trying to do is get more money for me.
There you go.
Yeah. That was a good point. Basically, in the meantime of dragging their name, he's shouting out to those boosters like, hey, y'all better not let this happen again. You got me out here throwing a rampage in public because Texas A&M done outbidded us this year.
Yeah.
Get on it. That's basically what the comments was in the background.
Exactly.
People. So
his tantrum was directed towards the boosters, the money people.
Yeah.
I think they heard him loud and clear.
Those NIL payers, those NIL providers. He said, "Hey man, all you folks in Alabama or whatever, can they get? Can listen to me? Can they get NIL money? Can the kids accept NIL money from sources outside of the state that their school is in? Let's say I go to
ain't
school
no
in
rules
Alabama,
right now. Ain't no rules.
And my school is in Alabama. Can I get money from some corporation that's set up in
I'm sure
California?
you can.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can.
So that's what I'm saying.
If you're getting the money because you're at that school, if you go to this school, this deal is for you. Of course they could.
Exactly. So
ain't no rules right now.
Ain't no rules. That's
no
what
rules.
I mean. If I was a coach, I put out a newsletter that I put it in the national in every newspaper, national newspaper I can think of, in the Sports Illustrated. I say if there is any NIL providers who want to offer my players some money, please talk to me.
It's already set up, bro.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I do.
That's what the man case should have did. We should have been preparing for this NIL. We need to become an agency and represent these young men coming out, and we get them the best deals.
I'm waiting on my NIL deal.
That's right.
I'm waiting on my NIL deal.
That's right.
I'm gonna get my NIL deal.
Man Cave Power Plug Agency.
Since y'all brought it
Name,
up,
image, and likeness.
do you think that they'll put together like a governing body for the NIL?
Not immediately.
Since I think there could be some concern about it.
Yeah.
Because the money's just gonna continue to grow.
Yeah. But I don't
Man,
think
you gonna have kids living in penthouses, freshmen living in penthouses before you know it, man.
Yeah, but we really ain't seen those problems other than a couple of coaches complaining that it ain't fair, that they don't, they don't have the opportunity to offer NIL like some other schools. Now, that may become an issue where kids got way more money than they should or whatever. I don't know. Are they spending extravagantly, or getting in some kind of other trouble with it? But, it's their money. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a kid, you're going to have kids who's like, I don't even want to play in the NFL. I don't want to get my $1 million a year.
You're going to have kids too distracted by money to make it to the NFL or the NBA.
That's not even important to me. I'm going to get this money.
You done made it.
Go live my life. You know what I'm saying?
I hope they don't, because it's also a distraction to bigger things. Like, even though, like, you can own your own team one day, possibly. Like, that's the thing. Like, still have that push and drive, like a LeBron them, man. Like, to be owners of things and not just wasting your money, because these kids, they come for nothing, and you give them $200,000, bro.
Yeah,
they might not work as hard anymore. Like, not saying that I hope they do.
Let's go out as opposed to studying for this exam.
Yeah,
exactly.
fuck this test,
You lose
man.
sight, man.
Let's go out.
Drinks on me.
Instead of instead of preparing for this game. You know what I'm saying?
And then guess what?
All of that.
And
Other people gonna hate on that too, man.
You got, these Instagram models that prey on professional athletes. Now they preying on college athletes.
Yeah.
High school.
Hey, take me out. Fly me into town.
Exactly.
They're gonna be on.
We're gonna hang out the night before the game.
Exactly.
Bro, they're gonna be on the visits waiting, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, you
And
can
it's
see
a
all
real
of that
possibility.
stuff. You can see all that happening, man.
Stay hungry, fellas. Don't let the NIL distract you.
Stay focused.
Go to the league, dominate, get as much as you can, because the next check in the league ain't promised, man. So keep grinding.
Yeah.
Keep grinding.
What's the news on Colin, man? I heard Colin Kaepernick did something special.
Man, the Raiders extended my man an invite for a workout.
Okay.
So that's his first official NFL workout by a team.
Why now?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
If anybody to do it though, they were saying the Raiders, just because of Al Davis, his spirit, and how he was just so against whatever the league said. So
it had nothing to do with John Gruden and what happened last year. That didn't factor in.
What do you mean by that?
John Gruden, I think they just didn't.
John Gruden,
the courts ruled that he can go ahead with his lawsuit. Like, I think the NFL tried to block it, and he just got.
Yeah.
He was just clear to go ahead if you gonna have a lawsuit.
Yeah.
But the thing about it, we was just talking about, you know, towards the end of the year, man, you know, the NFL and it's hiring practices.
Yeah.
And, you know, is this? I'm wondering how legitimate is this? You saying you're not even saying, well, we're gonna sign him. He's signed. You're saying we're gonna try him out.
Yeah.
We'll give him a try. Just sign him.
Yeah.
He's still a young man.
Well, it's been a
he
while.
showed that he could play before, you know, they kicked him out essentially. But now I don't know how many years has passed. What, 4?
Shoot, maybe like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Maybe 5. And now you saying we're gonna give you a tryout.
Yeah. I mean, has there been any word on?
I don't think the NFL
how
is that serious.
How the tryout went?
No.
I mean, like any reports on his performance at the tryout? Any
Well, he hasn't had it yet, right? It's scheduled.
I think he did.
did he have it?
Let's see. I think he did have it. Or, let's see, Colin.
My thing is sign him and let him come into camp
Yeah.
with a chance to make the team. Don't say we'll work you out.
Yeah. Exactly.
So it says he spent 5 hours with the Raiders. Workouts goes well. Next step TBD. So
Yeah. So he's done the workout.
he's done the workout.
They say he's done well. I think, you know what? I think what you just said, James, I think, I think you sound like you might be a little skeptical, but I think they're gonna do exactly
Got to
what
test
you
drive
said.
that thing, man.
I mean, offer him, a contract to come into camp, and maybe, compete or whatever, and they'll cut him if they don't want him before the season starts. Or they'll keep him.
Them people like to politicize stuff.
Yeah.
And I ain't so sure that this ain't one of those moments.
Yeah.
I don't really think they're that serious about bringing him back. They could have been brought him back.
See, the thing about it is,
After, and I don't mean to cut you off, but 2 years ago when Roger Goodell said, yeah, Colin was right, we were wrong.
Yeah.
Well, how come nobody signed him then?
yeah,
It's kinda like-
because
it's
that's
kinda
not what
like-
he was telling his coaches. I mean, the owners. Go ahead.
Exactly. That's what I'm about to say. Not comparing this, not at all. Now, so hear me out. When they freed some of the slaves, they didn't get that message over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like, we were wrong, but hey, he still tried us. And then it's like, okay. So I'm with you a little bit. It could be a little show and pony, but I'm gonna try to take the blinders off and say, I hope it's a real legit shot for him.
It'd be nice to see the brother back
Yeah.
in the league,
Yeah.
man,
He
doing
deserves
this thing, man.
But
He
I
deserves
mean,
it.
what'll happen is, what I think will happen is, they, like you said, I think they're gonna sign him. He's gonna come into training camp. He's gonna probably have to go to all the OTAs. Then he'll come into training camp when camp starts, and either they're going to cut him before he plays in a preseason game, because once he plays in a preseason game, what you're gonna get is fans saying, keep Colin Kaepernick. They're gonna have to, if they don't want it, if they don't want, if this is a joke,
I don't think
if
he
this
does
is
it.
bullshit in their mind, they gotta get rid of him before he plays in a preseason game. If they don't get rid of him before he play a preseason game, then the man got a real shot to play in the NFL, because I think that if he's anything like he was before he left,
I hope he
deserves to be in the NFL. Period.
Yeah, we gotta see what that arm talking about. I hope he gets a shot, comes in as a backup, learn whatever he need to learn, and get his opportunity and ball out, and then they have no choice but to play him. I hope it go like that.
Yes, sir.
Is Carr back with Oakland? I mean, with Las Vegas?
Derek Carr signed a big contract, so he's there. They got a new coach, Josh McDaniels.
Did they make the playoffs last year?
Yes, they did.
Okay, so yeah,
Bro,
Carr's locked in.
they just got your boy from the damn Green Bay. Listen,
Oh, yeah.
The Raiders, they in a tough division now because you got San Diego, you got Kansas City Chiefs, and is the 49ers? No, 49ers in
No,
NFC. It's one more. I can't think of it right now, but it's pretty stacked in there, man.
Yeah.
I like the Raiders.
Is it Denver? They ain't anywhere with Denver. No.
Huh?
Is it Denver?
Who?
With the Raiders?
It might be Denver.
Oh,
It might be
shit.
Denver. That is AFC. Yep.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Because Kansas, the Raiders, San Diego, or L.A. Chargers now. Yeah. And then the Las Vegas Raiders. Dang, everybody moving around.
Yep. Yeah, man. So, yeah.
So I mean, it seems like there's a lot of other teams that could have probably used Colin more than the Raiders.
The Texans.
Because the Raiders seem like they're pretty set as far as the first two quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Panthers.
I mean, if it's an opportunity for Colin, if it's a true opportunity, I hope it's a true opportunity for this man, because like I said, if his skills anywhere close to what it was when he played before, he should make the team. I don't know what they're gonna do with the other backup quarterback, but he should make the team. That's just how I feel about it. If they're really
judging
trying to, really look at Colin Kaepernick's talent and have let go of whatever bullshit they was thinking about doing the kneeling thing. If they really giving him an opportunity, I think how can he not be your second or third quarterback? How can he not be that?
Yeah.
And Colin,
well, he's got to be at least number 2.
Exactly.
Got to be 2, because there's not a lot of teams out there with 3.
He's good enough to be on the team. Period.
We hope so.
So that's just how I feel. But what time we got, my brother?
We got a few more minutes since we're on sports. I gotta give a shout out to the Lightning, man.
That's what I was about to do.
So I wore my Lightning hat tonight because these boys are on a 3-peat streak, bro.
Yeah,
that's right.
So we done made it to the Eastern Conference Finals again.
Yeah.
We just beat up on the Panthers. Sweet.
Broke out the brooms.
These little brothers, they thought they was gonna do something this year.
Yeah.
They down in Lauderdale was waiting for us, and we just went in there just.
Yeah, they had the Panthers favored to beat us in this series.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I heard the Panthers after game 3, like half the team was in the strip club over in Tampa. So we knew it was. We knew we was breaking out the brooms. Then it's over with. It was over. They want to have a little fun before they go back home, huh?
Yeah, they all at the dollhouses. Yeah, they done screwed it up, but. So we waiting to see who we going to match up with, and I just think that'll be cool. I don't know when the last time a 3-peat has happened, but it's very rare, especially in hockey like that. So shout out to the Lightning, Tampa Bay area. We ball like that, man.
Yeah, we ball.
That's right.
3-peat on the way, though.
That's right.
3-peat, man.
My Rays, we got a series this weekend with the Yankees. Got the Yankees in town tonight. That game already started.
Are they in town?
Yankees in first place. I think they're ahead by like 4 games.
Yeah.
We'll run it down.
The Rays are in second place right now. I think they like 8 or 9 games above 500. They're off to a good start. They notorious.
Good start.
We're notorious slow starters, so I like where they where they at right now. And I think man, this the year right here.
Might be it.
Yeah,
This
Super
might be
Bowl,
it.
World Series, and the Stanley Cup.
Run it.
Tampa Bay, baby.
Run it.
We can't get it. The Bandits ain't gonna win the USFL, man.
No,
How they doing? What they?
It's not looking good
Last
for
time I
us.
saw it was like.
So they have more than one loss?
Like 2-2.
Oh, man.
Last time I seen.
Oh, okay.
They,
Was it 2-2 or
Birmingham is that team.
Yeah, man.
They the stick. But I seen a couple guys, man, that I saw following. Like, matter of fact, one of, and it's unfortunate because he came to Florida State, DeAndre Johnson, and got in some trouble. He smacked the girl in the club.
I remember that video.
Yeah. Man. Well, he's
a quarterback or receiver?
He's quarterback.
For who?
I forgot what team. God dang, I seen it this night. I seen it tonight.
He's kind of short, right? Like 6 foot.
6'2", 6.
Strong arm though.
He got a gun, man. That's why he's going through the quarterback shuffle and set us all back with.
I need to watch him play, man.
He's pretty good, man.
Yep.
But yeah, USFL going live, but Tampa not looking too good though.
I mean, before we get out of here,
Yeah.
I want to. Did y'all hear about the new Will Smith information?
I did not.
Drop it on his bunk.
That
hold on, turn your mic because you on the.
He did an interview with David Letterman. I think it was like early this year, like in January. But David Letterman has this show on Netflix.
Oh yeah.
And Will Smith did it, and it was just put out, and Will Smith spoke to David Letterman. You know, this is before the slap. That, you know, he had a drug-induced vision of his life and career being destroyed. Where he was like dreaming his money just flying away and support flying away, family tearing apart. Before the slap even happened, you know what I'm saying? He was on this drug ayahuasca. Was it ayahuasca?
One of those antidepressants.
Yeah. No, it's a hallucinogen. You know, like it's a psychedelic hallucinogen that's been, you know, they use it in South America and Brazil and places like that. You know, but it was like it's like almost like a tribal kind of drug. You know, he's been doing all these nature shows and all that.
Heron
and
before it become heron.
I'm sure he's been using it with them, but he's just, you know, he said, he told David Letterman before this thing, he said, this is what's going to happen. Yeah, he had this vision that this is going to happen. My life will be destroyed.
Hey, my granny taught me a long time ago.
Go ahead.
Stuff like that has happened. People see visions, and for him to say it and for it to act out that way, who knows?
Again, I just think that his marriage has been in a bad place for a while, and he was probably basing a lot of it on that.
That may be it, yeah.
And he's probably, like, you never know what he's doing in his personal life. He could be struggling with addiction. He could be a raging alcoholic, knowing that, man, something's bad gonna happen to me because I can't get this thing under control. Could be cocaine. Could be
ayahuasca. Because he did say in the interview he said he's used it about 15 times. This hallucinogen. So
that's the stuff I seen.
You know, maybe he was using it that night when he slapped the crap out of Chris Rock.
I might have saved this. I might have saved.
I don't know.
They can't argue about nothing but heal from that. Now. They wanted to argue about something, but
man, Will Smith got rich. He got a rich man's problem. So I ain't worried about him.
If he losing money, he's still gonna have more than everybody I know around me. So
rich and famous.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna pray for that healing though, because people go through things. So I just want
thought that was interesting, and we ain't got much time, man. Just want to tell everybody these workers at Taco Bell stop wilding out. Taco Bell people are always fighting, trying to kill each other.
Taco Bell ain't
makes sense.
You see that? You ain't see that,
bro? I've been out.
Taco Bell got it, but you go online and just put Taco Bell fights. There's about 1,000 Taco Bell fights on, but they just had another one like a couple of days ago where they in a staff, the workers in the staff meeting talking about, I guess you ain't putting enough meat in the tacos, man. And somebody got mad and slapped the other one and started fighting.
It's a recession, bro.
And they went out the side and started busting at each other and shooting the guns at each other outside the Taco Bell.
See.
Y'all stop wilding out Taco Bell. That's why I ain't never worked at Taco Bell, man.
It's the food.
I never ate no Taco Bell. I've never eaten that.
Y'all cut it out, Taco Bell. Y'all guys cut that mess
out. Both of them
man.
had guns?
Well, they was in the car. One of them was busting at the other. I'm like, what the hell? Over a fight about.
You ain't put the sauce in my bag.
That's why we ran out of taco meat the other night.
Mild sauce.
Yeah,
Stop
exactly.
hooking your homeboys up.
That's why we out of the hot, man. Because you keep giving people a handful, dog. Hey, man cave, love y'all, man. We had a great time tonight, man.
See you next Thursday. We here.
And remember Uvalde, remember Buffalo and the people that passed away, man. We love y'all.
All right,
that's right. Peace.
You're listening to Power Plug Radio, home of your throwback jams.